The mind can either be your greatest friend or worst enemy. If you learn to control your mind and use it in a way that actually favors your growth, there is absolutely nothing that you cannot do. I've been playing the violin for almost half of my life now, and if I knew the things I know now, I would be light years ahead of where I am right now. We've all been through this feeling. You've been noticing that for the past year, your playing hasn't seemed to be improving. It seems stale and shallow, and things haven't been getting any better. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you feel that way, then you're not making enough progress. And the reason for that is not your violin, it's not your teacher, it's not your bow. The reason, specifically, is your mind. But fear not, because I'm gonna teach you how to develop a mindset that will get you insane violin results so that you can impress not only the people around you, but your future self. The first principle is discipline. A lot of people that I talk to struggle with practicing. The number of sessions that they have to practice is simply not enough. Right before their violin class, they spend hours on practicing, which makes them stressed and just ruins their whole day. This is how it usually goes. You come from school or work, and you come and eat something. You then finish whatever tasks you have to do. And when there's a little bit of time that you have right before going to bed, you have the option as whether to practice or not. And what do? You miss it because your mind gives you hundreds of reasons to not practice. At this point, what I want you to do is tell your mind that all you're gonna do is open the case of the violin. What happens when you tell your mind this is that you'll go to your case, open it up, and just by habit, you'll just start playing. Even if you just have 10 minutes, just make it productive. Any practicing is better than no practicing. So don't trust your mind when it tells you to back out from a task. But just having the discipline to go and practice isn't gonna make you a better violinist if you don't know the principle that will 100x your practice results. The second principle is domination. When you play the violin, you have to imagine a war field, a battle that you're about to fight. This is the battle against ignorance. You are fighting ignorance by improving your skills. So let me ask you this. Do you think a warrior on a battlefield will fight softly? Hell nah. Then why are you practicing like that? A warrior would destroy everything in his way. And that's what you're gonna do. You're not gonna wimp out on the violin. You're gonna practice very, very productively. You're gonna dominate this instrument. When you think like this, your output of practicing is so much better and you're way more productive and overall just more motivated to practice. But this third principle is what really made me progress on the violin. It is what I call the ghost competition protocol. If you've played any racing game, you might be familiar with ghost players, which are just AI bots. The ghost competition protocol is similar to racing against these ghost players. You have to think of a version of yourself that you're competing with who's doing slightly better than you. And when you see this slightly better version of you, you compete with them by doing the exact same thing or even a little more. Let me elaborate. Imagine that you're really tired from practicing and you decide to wrap up for today. That's when you have to imagine this ghost version of you who plays for 1 more minute. Now think about it. 1 minute might not seem a lot, but over 2 months, that is a whole hour of practice that this ghost version has against you. So when you think of the ghost competition getting all these extra benefits, you're gonna tell your mind, nah, screw this, we're gonna push against it. And you decide to also practice for 1 minute or even 2 minutes. So if you practice 2 minutes extra over 2 months, that's 2 hours. It's insane. While imagining this ghost competition, you just get way better results because you're able to push yourself to more than your limits. And I genuinely think these are the tips that really improve my own violin playing, and I hope it does the same to you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, I'm watching from afar.